Game 3 of the NBA Finals goes to the Nuggets in dominant style, 109-94. I told you at the beginning of the show, the Nuggets are going to win this game going away because the Heat had their we're going to get your attention game 2. This wasn't a game 2 of, whoa, the Heat can win the series. That's not what it was. It pissed me off because it ruined my Nuggets in 4 pick, but maybe in the end, it's what the Nuggets needed because they weren't playing well enough and playing to their capabilities. They didn't play well down the stretch in game 1, but they were still able to win. Game 2, you had Michael Malone questioning everything that the Nuggets did in the fourth quarter in giving that game away. We're not playing hard enough. It's the NBA bleeping finals. That game is going to turn out to be the wake-up call that turns into the gentleman's sweep for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, but we also have now heard post-game from Jimmy Butler and company saying, we didn't have all our energy. We didn't work hard enough for loose balls. It could have been a different game.
Everybody's not working hard enough.
See, that's just it.
Everybody's not working hard.
You know what? From now on, nobody gets to use that in their post-game.
We're taking the night off.
It's now excise. You don't get to say any of that crap about effort.
You know, this is the thing about the NBA playoffs now is that the Heat have built their culture around outworking the opposition, buying into what Eric Spoelstra has been teaching and coaching, and never quitting, trying to stay in the game, shoot your way back in, play great defense, right? Whether Max Strus is 0 for 9 or Duncan Robinson's 0 for 10, we're still going to shoot threes, we're still going to run on offense, we're still going to do everything. We're going to out-effort the other team. And that's what Heat culture is, and it should be everywhere else in the NBA, but it's just not, because as you see, the Nuggets had a problem in game 2. Now the Heat have a problem here in game 3. I'm like, come on, man. I'm really finding a hard time being able to understand, hey, yeah, we're coming out flat in the playoffs. I get coming out flat in regular season games. You're playing the second night of back-to-backs. You're just not into it as much. Your effort level's not there because you're tired. I understand that. I get that during the regular season. I don't get any time during the playoffs not being able to get it going and get it to the level you need to be to win a playoff game. I don't understand. Oh, it's every other night. It's the play. You're getting paid a lot of money. This is it. You're not playing back-to-back nights. You're playing every other night. Your workouts are not that strenuous here. This is when you find a way. And if you don't have it physically, I understand. But when you don't have it effort-wise, come on, man. I mean, really, you don't see teams coming out flat in the NFL playoffs. You don't see teams coming out flat in the baseball playoffs. But yet, all the time, it's an excuse in the NBA playoffs. We're out flat. We're out flat. How about you suck it up and play like you're supposed to? Because the lesson you're taught your first day of Pee Wee sports, hour 1, lesson 1. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Jason. I'm your coach. I know we got a lot of people here with different talent skills. I'm going to get to know all of you. The number one thing you can control is your effort. If you're not as good as somebody else, I get it, but your effort is something. You can always put out the best fourth effort you can. That's like, forget about day 1 hour. That's day 1, hour 1, minute 1. It's about effort. And yet still, we didn't put our effort in. I'm finding it hard to have any sympathy for any teams at this point in the playoffs or any point in the playoffs saying, yeah, we just didn't have it. We had no effort. Didn't have the effort.
But it's the easy cop out. It's been the easy answer. Nobody questions so why do you think that is? Why you went for the Heat, like Jimmy Butler and anybody else getting to a podium and giving that answer. You got your win in Denver. Here's your chance to really apply some pressure at home, and you're flat. Now, they missed a lot of open jump shots. I'll let someone else go through and rewatch it and try to go through the Zapruder film to decide who's open, who's not, because we can always fight about guys flashing out and getting close to a basketball and what's good defense, close defense versus I really missed my assignment and I got to make it look good and try to get back in the screen to look like I affected and changed the trajectory of the shot. How much of that, I don't know. All I know is watching the game, it felt and looked to me that the Heat had a lot of opportunities and missed some wide open looks and missed them badly. Gabe Vincent was due for a bad game. He was sick going into game 2, gave you a good effort. Tonight, 2 of 10, 1 of 6 from three-point range, just 7 points. Really didn't dent the column anywhere else. A couple of fouls. Strus right back to being a nothing. And you had the opportunity because the Nuggets essentially ran a two-man game until Christian Braun came in and ran around like his hair was on fire and scored 15 points. A guy who might be able to transfer his talents, if this was college buckets, to go down to Miami, because he would really fit Heat culture, I think. I really think he would fit in with the amount of effort that he gives. But the fact that throughout these playoffs, and we've talked about it this year, last year, go back to when load management became a thing, and it's all about, all right, concerning, I understand it to the point, and I'm not worried about little Janie and Johnny or Johnny and Susie, whatever names you want to give the fictional kids up in the 300 level that go to one game a year. They're not who I'm concerned about. But you get to the playoffs, it's win or go home. It's legacy building. It's next contracts in having big performances and big moments. For a guy like Jimmy Butler, all of the buildup of this playoff run. On the other side, Nikola Jokic. So we got Michael Malone or Butler himself or whoever talking about, yeah, we just didn't have the effort. It makes you laugh, right? You coach your kids soccer and softball through the years. Like that's the first thing you tell them. Like, come on, just show up for the 2 hours of practice we got. Let's go. Here, nationally televised game. You're front and center, eyes of the sporting world, at least the ones that pay attention to the NBA are watching you, and effort's not there. You got a chance to take a lead in a series of the NBA Finals at home, and you talk about lethargy and inability to get your team to rise up. Like, really? It's the antithesis of everything that you've tried to preach, and now you're going to try to just pass it off. Yeah, we just didn't have it today.
I'm really done with hearing that answer. I'm done with hearing that answer in the NBA playoffs.
Right? This should be the guy stepping forward. No. Follow up. Why?
How?
Why?
What
did you have a bad sandwich? Did you not get a good nap?
I mean, and look, and this is something that falls on everybody, right? For Michael Malone to be upset about effort and to talk about it, okay, because yes, these are professionals. A lot of guys are getting paid a lot of money, and in the pros, you need to be able to motivate yourself.
That's also a coach it up kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
In the moment, right?
It's also a thing where if you're a coach and you see your team not giving the effort, that's where timeout right here, and then you get them giving the effort, right? I mean, that's something I had to do it this weekend. For my girls, we're playing the championship game in the second inning. Things were getting a little loose, and I'm like, hey, and I called timeout, and I went to the mound, and I was like, hey, this and this and this and this, and the kids look at their eyes are open, and I walk off, and I go, I know I had to get their attention.
Did you win?
From that point, yeah, we did, buddy. Yeah, we did. 5-4, won the championship. It was awesome.
Did you get yelled at by the parents for berating the kids on the mound and causing problems?
Look, I'll tell you, one of the things that...
Did you kick any dirt on them?
No. Look, come on, everybody's a volunteer. Come on, umpires are getting paid, but come on, umpires, everything's fine. But I always know when I need to say something. It's not because you know me, I'm kind of what I am. I want to have fun. I want to push the girls forward and make them the best players they can be. But once in a while, I got to get your attention a little bit. And boom, everything was there, and things straightened up from there. In the next 4 innings, bang, 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 bang. It was fantastic.
Because here's the other thing in the NBA. You got 7 timeouts.
Yeah.
You got plenty of opportunities to just say, what the blank, and get everybody's attention.
Greg Popovich does it after the first possession of a game sometimes. But, early timeout. Come on, get the commercial ready to roll. We got a timeout. Get the commercial ready. He's calling a timeout.
I mean, that's part of the pregame planning on the network side, too. It's a Popovich game. You got to be ready.